What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Jericho Report Weekly News Briefing. This is for Sunday, the 20th of December, 2020, and this is the 220th Jericho Report. You crazy conspiracy people with your numbers. As always, the first link below will take you over to the Patreon post. That's where you can find all this week's madness. Let's just jump into it. I got so much here. FDA-approved second COVID vaccine. This is for the Moderna, the modified RNA vaccine. That's supposed to start up on Monday. Be advised. What did I tell you last week? Be ready for the vaccine campaign to kick off. We got Hope is on the way. Pence gets coronavirus vaccine live on television. The subliminal programming going on in the background, not really subliminal, but to the average person's mind, they won't even capture the words going on behind his head. They'll just see that's Mike Pence taking a vaccine. The safe and effective goes into your subconscious, just like a TV commercial. Anyway, I'll put a link to that from Politico. We got Mitch McConnell's got showing off his COVID vaccine card with the... I don't know if they meant to make that guy look like he's from the KKK, but whatever. Did you see this fakery bullshit going on? I'm surprised. I'm shocked that the mainstream media, the local mainstream media anyway, pegged this up. Mishap. They're calling it a mishap. Watch this doctor get his vaccine. This nurse or doctor, whatever he is. Keep an eye on this guy's the guy with the needle on his thumb. Nothing happens here. Nothing. It's an empty syringe. He acts like he's doing something there. What bullshit is this? They call it a mishap. Did you see the nurse that got hers that passed? I'm sorry, I'm feeling very dizzy.
I'm sorry, I'm feeling really dizzy.
Oh no. Like 15 minutes ago, she got her vaccine, right?
I'm sorry.
Look at this. The people who take this vaccine deserve exactly what they're going to get. Although I have a feeling that, healthcare workers are being pressured into it and probably told they're going to be fired if they don't take it. They're doing the same thing to the firefighters in St. Louis City, I can tell you that much. Alaskan health workers suffer severe allergic reaction minutes. That's another one going on. That from the Daily News. Donald Trump, I'm just going to hold my tongue because people don't like it when I talk bad about this. Let's just see what he says here. All-time stock market high. Yay! You know why? Because the vaccine makers are making billions. The vaccine and the vaccine rollout are getting the best reviews. Getting the best reviews as if it's a movie or a TV show. What kind of a person says the vaccine are getting the best reviews? What? Oh, get your shots. He says, get those shots, everyone. Also, the stimulus is looking very good. Not from where I'm sitting, Mr. President. Another tweet from Trump this week. People working at the White House should receive the vaccine somewhat later in the program, unless specifically necessary. I've asked this adjustment. I am not scheduled. Oh, it's not good enough for you to take, Mr. President. Well, you're Superman. Pfizer CEO has opted out. He said he will wait for the COVID-19 vaccine, says the company executives won't cut the line. Yeah, right! You gotta be kidding me, right? London, parts of Essex under Tier 3. Actually, it's Tier 4 lockdown now. I just saw a breaking news banner a while ago. Go watch the trailer to the movie Songbird if you have not seen it. Faster spreading variant. They talk about COVID-22 or 23 or something in that movie. We have a faster spreading variant of COVID. This is just the start of this, people. Oh, wait till 2021. You want my predictions for that? Electoral College. Let's go over to election news, though. Electoral College results confirm Joe Biden, the next president. You better not say anything about fraud on YouTube, be advised. The Trumps reportedly preparing to move out of the White House. I'm sure Melania is not happy. Mitch McConnell warned Senate Republicans against challenging election results. And I got one more. Army Chief of Staff slaps down Pardon General Flynn's demand for martial law, saying there is no role for the U.S. military in determining the outcome of an American election. The Trump people are just grasping at straws, and you say, well, he's the better of two evils. Well, I agree there, because under Joe Biden, you know what we're going to have? We're going to have the Obama administration part 2. But you refuse to acknowledge that Donald Trump serves the same masters. It just might not be so much of a new world order, but you're supporting a man who is pushing a DNA-modifying vaccine on the people. Anyway, over to financial news. How major U.S. stock indexes fared on Friday. The Dow Jones lost 124. Let's see, for the week, the Dow gained 132, still above 30,000. Where's it at? 30,179. I'll put a link to the recap. U.S. workers file 885,000 jobless claims amid wave of COVID-19 lockdowns. That from the New York Post. Trump signed. Look at this now. Something strange going on. Trump signs 2-day funding bill as Congress rushes to finalize spending COVID relief deal. today, boy, that puts us like right at the 20th, 21st. Does it not, when we're supposed to have this planetary alignment thing? And maybe there's going to be a natural calamity. Who knows? High percentage of Illinois restaurants could close without COVID relief. Well, not just Illinois, all over the United States, all over the world. That's just an article I saw on my local media. Bill Gates says bars and restaurants should sadly be closed for 4 to 6 months. No return to normal until 2022. Who is this man to tell you how it should be? My, if there was a God, that man would not exist. After losing job to COVID, woman says landlord removed her front door. Landlords are removing front doors in my area. Merkel imposes hard lockdown on Germany, shuts down all non-essential businesses. This devil here. DailyMail.com, Boris Johnson says UK will go the extra mile, and EU, oh, there's the Brexit thing going on. Did you really think you were going to leave the New World Order? Governor proposes capital gains tax on health insurers to offset pandemic revenue losses. No doubt that'll all be passed on to the people. Up in Canada, Trudeau breaks promise with massive carbon tax hike. Be advised, people of the United States, you're going to be paying your carbon tax in 2021. Oh, yes, you will. Facebook, Twitter execs donated big bucks to Biden while blocking Hunter News. No doubt they did. I'll put a link to that from the New York Times or Post. Just in, we had this huge hack this week, this SolarWinds hack coming up in the World War III news. But did you know that the CEO, CFO, directors reportedly sold $15 million worth of stock in November, just before all this? I just find that interesting. There just always seems to be some insider stuff going on, right, Mrs. Frankenstein? Over to New World Order and Police State News. This is where I stop and ask you to share this video. Vital stuff coming up here. People need to know about it. Anthony Fauci issues Christmas COVID warning. We have a big problem. I saw Anthony Fauci up on CNN with Sesame Street. They're using Sesame Street, and they're interviewing little kids. I mean, just sick shit going on. Did you see that piece? Go over to CNN, and I'm sure they got it right on their front page. Anyway, Anthony Fauci says we shouldn't have Christmas. Check it out. The governor up in, where is it? Michigan. She's using Santa Claus. She's bringing on little kids. Let's see. Tells children to obey her lockdown orders. She brings on Santa Claus to tell the children to obey the lockdown orders. Obey. People, this is some worse than 1984 shit going on. I'm telling you right now. I'd love everyone's thoughts on all this. Poland just announced curfew from 1900 to New Year's Eve. No New Year's in Poland. Probably won't be one in the U.S. either. Governor Cuomo bars and diners. Governor Cuomo bars diners from eatery bathrooms, causing panic. You cannot use the bathroom, okay? You're eating outdoors. You can't come in to use the bathroom. You're going to hook up some Johnny on the spots? Well, that won't be very sanitary either. Anyway, put a link to that. State police crashed Northern Michigan Township meeting for violating COVID. You slaves aren't wearing your masks in here. Couple kicked off United flight to New Jersey after their 2-year-old daughter refused to wear a mask. A 2-year-old! Let's see here. Mexico's president slams lockdowns as a form of dictatorship. Wow, I should give you a shout out. I'll put a link to that. He's not wrong. In the latest conspiracy crackdown, be advised Twitter to scrub posts claiming vaccines cause harm. You better not say anything negative about vaccine. You better not say anything that goes against the World Health Organization or the official narrative. You will be removed. This is some Hitler shit. This is some 1984. Your TV talking to you, telling you what you can and cannot do, what you can and cannot say. People, well, we warned about this for 10 years, didn't we? What most Biden picks have in common? Oh, they're all part of the Obama administration. Be advised that from NPR. Under Biden, we're going to have no border. Top official warns Biden's immigration policy is expected to cause huge border surge. Who knows how much more disease will be coming into the country. Any little bit of wall that Donald Trump did get built will come down or crumble to the ground. Let's see. Washington Free Beacon. I got a couple more. ATF decision could lead to the biggest gun registration turn-in effort in American history. Agency's vague. AR-15 pistol stand. I'll put a link to this. Going to be a lot of that under Joe Biden. And a new satellite can peer inside some buildings day or night to find those AR-15. Over to World War III news. We got this huge hacking going on. Russia suspected in major cyber attack on U.S. government departments. That from NPR. I got a few links on that. Russia suspected of hackers spied on U.S. Treasury emails, says sources. That from Reuters. U.S. cyber attack. U.S. Energy Department confirms it was hit by the sunburst attack. That for BBC. From RT, we got Google Services. I don't know if this was part of that or not, but did everybody notice this a few days ago? I'm laying in bed. It's like 4 or 5 o'clock. I'm watching videos about transmissions because I'm about to change a transmission. YouTube goes out. I get up and what's going on? All of Google is down. Gmail, everything went out. So Google services back online after global outage. I mean, it was out everywhere. I went over to GLP. People were posting all around the world Google services were down. Don't know if that had anything to do with it. Russian nuclear submarine test fired 4 missiles. That's from last week. That's the link from Monty. Thank you for that one. Major leak exposes members. Leftist lid on the Communist Chinese Party. That was exposed this week. Leak exposes mass infiltration of UK firms by Chinese Communist Party, including AstraZeneca, Rolls-Royce, HSBC. I mean, there's all kinds of hacking going on. Gateway pundit, U.S. Department of State issues new warnings. The Chinese Communist Party poses a real threat. We got Mike Pompeo up here talking about it has taken this country, the world, a long time to understand the trajectory of China today. I mean, World War III coming with China. Not only did they get into AstraZeneca, Big Pharma, they also got into Pfizer, GlaxoSmithKline. Here's another article from Natural News. I mean, I don't know what all this means, but I know it's not good. We got a couple more stories. Australian police seize haul of weapons intended for German extremists. Not sure if that's World War III related, but North Korea begins regular wintertime drills. No unusual signs detected. You know what I see coming with all of these cyber attacks going on? Not only World War III possibilities, but also, just like you're going to need your COVID ID card, government-issued COVID ID card to be able to do anything shortly, you will also need a government-issued internet ID or some sort of digital ID unique to you to access the internet whatsoever. You just watch and see. Anyway, over to Earth changes in 2012 news now. I got it set up for 6 points and above for the past week. We had a 6-2 on the 15th, 6-0 on the 14th. I suspect with this planetary alignment in the next week, we're probably going to see a big quake somewhere in the world. I'll put a link to the earthquake data. Antarctica rocked by 30,000 tremors in 3 months. That from Reuters News. I'll put a link to that. I do have some volcano news this week. The volcano's going off over in Sicily, sending plumes and ash, spewing lava into the air. Check that thing out. Mother Earth is pissed. I kill you all. Nor'easter blastering the eastern U.S. with. Did you see some of the footage coming out of the Northeast? It is crazy up there. Put a link to that. My thoughts to everybody involved and all that. World's largest iceberg on collision course with an island. I'll put a link to this. I don't know where that's going on in the world, but we have this. Antarctica doomsday. London could be completely swallowed as warning sent over anomaly. They're saying the sea could rise so rapidly that everybody will be underwater. Anyway, I'll put a link to that. I don't know. It's coming from Express. So take it for what you will. Every country must declare state of climate emergency, UN chief tells world leaders. Well, under Joe Biden, we probably will, and we'll all have to pay our carbon tax. Large fireball, be advised, things flying through the sky, zipped in the sky near the Arctic Ocean in Norway. I'll put a link to that. We got this. You know, with all that's going on, we all have all these SpaceX. We had another SpaceX mission this week, NROL-108, classified mission for the National Reconnaissance Office. They're trying to say this is some sort of spy satellite, but is it? Or is it being sent up to something sendbound? I mean, I don't know. But there's been a lot of SpaceX stuff going on this year. And a lot of strange news, more people disappearing out of the spotlight. French president tests positive for COVID-19. I don't believe that for a second. Attorney General William Barr resigns effective December 23. What timing? Oh my God! Just right as we're supposed to have this big alignment, the AG steps down. I mean, we're expecting that, given that he came out against Trump a couple weeks ago. But one more: Secretary of State Mike Pompeo in quarantine after contact with individual who has COVID-19. All I'm saying is, big names continue to drop out of the spotlight or be quarantined. I mean, has anybody heard from Tom Hanks lately? I haven't heard from him in months. I mean, they were saying something about that over on GLP this week. Anyway, over to strange and bizarre news. We got some strange news. Here's some highlights of the carnage on the streets of Washington, D.C. between the Trump people and the Antifa people. I kill you. No, I kill you. They're kicking and screaming and biting and pulling hair and breaking windows. NYPD says release of gun suspects has fueled shooting spike. You think? Link to that. Tom Cruise unleashes rant on Mission Impossible crew for not following. Yeah, if you scroll down here, I'm sure I think this video here. He's going on. People are putting their lives at risk to try to keep our industry up and running, and you're not wearing a mask and staying 6 feet apart. Speaking of Mission Impossible, a mom's flight got delayed because crazy man on the plane. What is this man doing on the wing? I'm just trying to fix it. Give me the staple gun. I'll put a link to that. We got a naked man rollerblading on a highway in Columbus, Ohio with like a bear mask or something on. I don't know what's going on there. We got mask down. Oh, this is disgusting. You don't want to watch this. This lady takes her mask off, picks up dog poop with it, flips it inside out, puts it back on. I don't know. I'm not even going to... San Francisco to rename Abraham Lincoln High School because of BLM's not appeased. I'll put a link to that. Let's tear down the statues, rename everything. Why not? What's history anyway? Pullman Yard, downtown Atlanta. President-elect Joe Biden holding some sort of a rally for the Democrats. Like 10 cars show up. I hear there's not going to be an inauguration ceremony where all the people's going to be there either. Probably because nobody would show up. No, it's because of COVID-19. Put a link to that. Anyway, Alex Jones faces calls for arrest after apparent Biden threat. What? He says Joe Biden is a globalist. Joe Biden will be removed in one way or another. Conspiracy theorist says he said the same thing about Obama, and really the same. You think the same things? I'm not even going to go there. Anyway, I'll put a link to that. I got a couple more. Ex-Houston police officer charged in attack over bogus election fraud plot. Apparently, he's going to do something. No, he's not. Put a link to that. They'll charge him under the Patriot Act. Most likely, he'll go away. Because they could still do that. I mean, Donald Trump didn't get rid of any of that. He signed the Patriot Act, the NDAA, continued all of the agendas, and I thought we were going to get to the truth about 9/11, Donald Trump. I don't know about anyone else, but that's not negotiable for me. But no, 9/11s came and went over the past 4 years. We heard nothing new. Another broken promise. Italy, potentially disturbing. Suspect heard kill me. He reported this guy committed suicide by a cop in front of a church in New York. Burglar killed. Now this story just brought a smile to my face because look at this guy. Burglar killed when window unexpectedly closes, pinning him, leaving him suspended in the air. He died suspended in the air. Remember the ending of the movie Ghost, how that window fell on that guy, and this guy died just like that, but he was like suspended in the air. It's a good story. Anyway, that's all I got for news this week. For all the news, please check out my favorites. Check out this video by Endtime77. Since the video is 10 years old, but what she's saying about the H1N1 vaccine holds true today. And I want to call out everybody, everybody who was around back then, who's not around anymore. Where are you guys now as they prepare to force this shit on us? People need to come back, man. Another video of that nurse passing out over there. We had some stuff. Tornado rips through down in Florida. Some nor'easter coverage. Shocking announcement. Jason, that's coming up in my shout-outs. Anyway, check out my favorites. Who Owns You? Josie Outlaw. Old video there, but check out the message going on there. Thank you to everybody who continues to put out content. You guys are doing an awesome job. Those of you who are still putting out content, keeping everybody informed. I got a few shout-outs this week. Shout out to this guy, the gym owner. He makes a statement here. He's been fined over $1 million, but nobody's wearing a mask here, and we're not closing down, and we're not going to comply and all this. Shout out to the people who are mask non-compliant. Shout out, Mark Dice posted this guy in a Costco talking about what bullcrap the COVID virus is. Shout out to that guy for trying to raise awareness. Shout out to this entire town in Washington defies governor's orders. The whole town stood up and said, we will not comply. That's what needs to happen. Entire cities, entire towns need to just stand up and say, screw this bullcrap. We're not going to comply. We're going to go back to living our lives. What are you going to do if everybody stands up? You're going to do nothing. And shout out to Jason A. Put together a great video. Put it out on December 12th. This just goes over pretty much everything that's going on right now. It's a long one. It's like 12 minutes long, but it covers like the earth changes and all the strange stories and the COVID and mysterious sound. I mean, Jason A. has a way of putting together such powerful videos, so I just wanted to give him a shout out. Check it out if you got a minute, if you're not aware of all the strangeness going on. That's all I got for this week, guys. If you like the report, please give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you think it sucked, it's the worst of YouTube. You never want to see it again, please rate. It helps me move around. You can also follow me. Make sure you're following me on BitChute, Twitter, Gab, Facebook. All my links are always at the bottom. You can support me on Patreon or follow me over there for free. All my content will always be posted free of charge, or you can support me directly with PayPal. I put a lot into these reports. It'll probably be 4 a.m. before I get this report up. I got a lot of editing to do. I still got to put a lot of links together. What a week. What do we got coming up? We got Christmas coming up. With this planetary alignment, do you think we're going to see some big things going on, or is it just a dud? I do think it's interesting how he only extended the... You're only going to keep the government up and running for like 2 days. I guess maybe on Sunday or on Monday they're going to come up with some budgetary something or other. I don't know, people. I don't know if something big's about to happen. We are right on the edge of a cliff of something. Full-blown New World Order, Moderna, DNA, modifying, vaccines. Take your pick. Pick your doom. That's all I got for this week. You guys take care. Stay safe. Have a good Christmas. Merry Christmas. Whether you celebrate Christmas or not, I love you anyway. And take care. Stay safe. I will see you on the next one.